you're born already into a family of ministry. So where did skating come along?
I think around in 1999, we went to Shivaji Park just as a family. And then I saw skating, and it was really fascinating for me. As about like 7 years old, I saw like people were skating, and it really thrilled me, and I really wanted to do. And they had a summer camp at that point of the time for like 15 days or so. So I told my mom I want to sign up for this. And when she inquired more about it, they said you have to be at training at 5 a.m. Then my mom said, this is right next to impossible. She didn't know how to drive then, and no driver would come at 5 a.m. So one of my drivers said, just for extra money, he said, I will come and take him to training. So when that came up with a solution, the driver would come and pick me up and stuff like that. So I started off with fun. I did it for 15 days. I really loved it, enjoyed it thoroughly, and we immediately shifted to Hyderabad right after the summer. So I was very disappointed that I started this sport. I really had a lot of passion and love towards it, and I can't continue it. So once we moved to Hyderabad, and I was a little disappointed how to start this sport, and then I moved to Jubilee Hills Public School. They had an activity. Skating was one of the activity. So I refueled that passion. I signed up for skating as a sport, and then I was trained under Mr. Satyanarayana. So he was one of my first coach. Again, he was very passionate. He used to pick me up from my house to train me extra classes. These days, nobody do it to you. Your driver doesn't show up at 4:30 a.m. for you, nor your coach will come and pick you up. And later stage, I started with Mr. Abbas Iqbal Lasania. He was one of the best coach at that point of the time, and he himself represented India in World Championships. So I knew if I had to go to that level, I have to go to Mr. Abbas, and that he's the one who will take me to that level. So that is how the whole skating journey started. I was with him from 2002 to 2012, and initial days was very hard because 4:30 a.m. he was a very strict coach. Very disciplined, I would say, and also strict. And so even if you're 5 minutes late, you can't train. So at that discipline it required. And by then I was just a district champion. I was not even like, But what I realized is he kept that structure. That discipline is the most priority thing. Then comes your training, then comes winning and things like that. So he really helped me to achieve whatever I could. Every year he kept updating my goals. If you win district, you win state. You win state, you win national. If you win national, you go to international. If you win international, then you aim at Asians. If you win Asians, you go to World Championships. So pretty much everybody somewhere or the other stopped at the World Championship. I was the one person who said, I want to go to Olympics.
Yeah.
And for a skater from India, doing ice skating is right next to impossible. Because we don't really have snow or ice, and whatever ice we have is in Shimla and Jammu, and it was very seasonal.
Yeah.
So that is when I realized, I did a little bit of research back in the day. I knew that there was an Olympic training centers in Canada and US, and that is when I realized I have to shift to one of those countries to take it to the next level.
And you moved to that country?
Yeah, I moved to that country.